Tall trees yield their bounty. The precise strike of a long pole brings down the heavy fruit, marking the start of rural sustenance. Fluffy yellow ducklings emerge from a warming box, signaling a new chapter in self-reliance. Settled within their wooden enclosure, the young birds adapt quickly to their habitat, eagerly pecking at scattered feed. This simple act lays the foundation for a thriving homestead. Spiced pork sizzles over glowing charcoal. The man cuts the meat and takes a hearty bite, savoring the rich flavor of his own labor with deep, quiet satisfaction. Night falls, and the warm glow of two cabins emerges faintly from the darkness. The rhythmic swinging of the pole resumes, bringing down another massive cluster of green and yellow fruit under the cover of night. Catching the heavy bunch before it hits the ground prevents any bruising of the valuable crop. Swiftly, the machete divides the massive stalk into manageable portions, perfectly balanced for the arduous journey ahead. This meticulous preparation ensures that no effort is wasted in the demanding mountain terrain, preserving the hard-earned harvest with care. The village market awakens. Arriving at the bustling square, the forager unrolls his red canvas, arranging the harvested bananas with practiced precision. A period of patient waiting follows, as the lively crowd flows past the modest stall. Soon local residents approach, carefully inspecting the quality of the produce before making their selections. Coins change hands as the first transactions of the day are smoothly completed, validating the early morning's hard work. The vibrant exchange breathes life into the rural economy. Customers continue to arrive. The steady stream of buyers persists, with each patron negotiating and selecting the finest bunches available for their households. Even the elderly take their time, ensuring they acquire the exact ripeness they desire. As the red canvas gradually empties, the bustling energy of the stall begins to wane. Folding the cloth marks the definitive end of the morning's commerce, signaling a successful conversion of harvest into livelihood. The transition from vendor to consumer is now ready to commence. The district central market calls on day 2. The scene shifts to a larger, more vibrant hub, teeming with a wider array of vendors and shoppers. The familiar red canvas is once again deployed, transforming a simple patch of dirt into a bustling commercial space. New faces approach the stall, their discerning eyes carefully evaluating the green bananas intended for later ripening. The vendor assists with quiet efficiency, guiding each selection and securing the deals with practiced ease. Expanding his trade clearly requires adapting to this more prominent and demanding center of commerce. A moment of respite. Finalizing the last few sales, the vendor packs the remaining fruit, allowing a rare pause in the bustling environment. Peeling a fresh banana, he takes a slow bite, letting the natural sweetness replenish his expended energy. Gazing out at the busy street, the brief break offers a necessary mental reset amidst the physical toil. It is not merely a snack, but rather a well-earned reward that bridges the gap between relentless labor and personal restoration. The stall is dismantled, with inventory sold. The canvas is cleared for the next phase of provisioning. Navigating through aisles of daily goods, the forager arrives at the meat section. His purpose defined. Pointing to a specific cut, he watches the vendor prepare it for weighing. The exchange of fresh meat for cash completes the cycle of rural sustenance. Securing quality protein is crucial before returning to the forest. The poultry shop awaits. After settling the meat bill, the forager heads to a specialized store marked by a prominent red sign. Inside, warming lamps illuminate a wooden brooder filled with chirping yellow ducklings, a lively contrast to the quiet forest. The assistant prepares a black crate, ready to transfer the fragile lives. This acquisition represents a long-term investment in the homestead's future, extending self-reliance beyond mere foraging. The ducklings are gathered. Crouching beside the brooder, the forager gently scoops the birds into the crate, their soft chirps filling the small space. Once every duckling is secured, the assistant seals the cardboard boxes with wide tape, ensuring a safe journey through the rugged terrain. Handing over the payment, the transaction is finalized, cementing the bond between the mountain dweller and the market suppliers. The careful handling of the livestock underscores a deep respect for the delicate balance of rural farming. The journey home begins. Hoisting the heavy basket onto his shoulders, the forager adjusts the straps, bearing the weight of his dual harvest. The path back traces a familiar route lined with banana trees, leading steadily toward the secluded wooden cabin. Upon reaching the steps, a light-furred dog rushes out, its wagging tail expressing pure, unadulterated joy at the reunion. This warm welcome serves as the emotional anchor, transforming a simple shelter into a true home. The reunion is complete. Kneeling, the forager affectionately strokes the dog, reciprocating its enthusiastic greeting. Curious ducklings emerge from boxes, gently guided down the ramp into their new enclosure. The final birds are carefully placed inside, completing the relocation with quiet efficiency. Securing these new arrivals ensures their safety, allowing the homestead to gradually expand its lively inhabitants. Yeah. The ducklings drink eagerly after finishing their feed. The man closes the small wooden door, securing the latch to keep the flock safe for the night. Moving to culinary tasks, he thoroughly washes raw meat in a blue basin, placing the clean cuts on a broad banana leaf. Bridges daily chores with evening meal preparation. The rhythmic chopping of garlic reveals a meticulous approach, slicing cloves into uniform thin pieces. Red chilies are cut into small rings, their vibrant color contrasting sharply with the pale garlic. These aromatics are combined in a white bowl, where brown powdered seasoning is added to deepen the flavor profile. Rapid stirring with chopsticks blends the ingredients into a rich, dark sauce ready for use. The fire is lit. Using a lemongrass brush, the forager evenly coats the meat with the prepared sauce, ensuring every surface is infused with the complex spices. Split bamboo skewers are then carefully inserted, clamping the seasoned cuts firmly in place for the grilling process. Tending to the earthen stove, he stirs the charcoal with a wooden stick, coaxing the flames into a robust, even heat. As the meat meets the fire, the rendering fat begins to sizzle, releasing an intoxicating aroma. The meat reaches perfection, The exterior gradually darkens, achieving a crispy, caramelized crust while the smoky fragrance permeates the surroundings. Taking a momentary break, the forager sits on the ground, gently combing the dog's fur in a display of quiet affection. Returning to the stove, he inspects the progress, confirming that the perfect level of doneness has been reached. Removing the skewers from the fire marks the culmination of the cooking process, presenting a masterpiece of rustic cuisine. Yeah. The day draws to a close. Licking his fingers clean, the forager signals the end of a satisfying meal, while the dog finishes the scraps. As the hearth fire dims to embers, tranquility settles over the scene. Sitting at the cabin entrance, he drinks from a metal cup, washing away the feast's remnants. Rising, he steps into the dark interior, leaving the door open to the gentle night breeze.